crafty ones. This is Pam, Pam's Paper Place, and we're continuing on working on this farmhouse journal. We're doing what we're going to put in the pockets. So I spent all day trying to get this all together. So if you would like to see what we've done, we've already done this. And here I just took a yellow index card and I did a little stamp of a rooster. And I put "This book belongs to," and then I zigzagged across with some rickrack. And then I added a recipe card, this really yummy looking nut bread. So I'll just add that to that pocket. And then yesterday I had a lot of fun. I'm like sore because a friend from Fort Worth, Texas. Well, she lives there, but she's from Michigan. And we've known each other for a long time, like probably at least 30 years. And her parents live in the area, so she came up and we went to Grand Haven, the state park there. And I do have a video. Maybe I'll show a little bit about, you know, the park there. And we walked and had lunch. Walked along the pier or the boardwalk there along the channel of Lake Michigan, and then we had delicious lunch overlooking the water and went shopping and then had ice cream, and then we headed back and I realized I couldn't believe it. We had been there for 6 hours from 10 in the morning till 4 o'clock. And yeah, my feet are a little bit sore, but we had a great time. A really fun time with my friend Monica. She's a flight attendant, or she was a flight attendant. We both were flight attendants. She was a German speaker, so she flew international. And yeah, but we're kind of met in the airport or talking. I can't remember exactly how, but I found out we're from both the same area. And then yeah, we became friends, and it was just really fun to see her. So that was yesterday. So today I'm going to work on this. I just have this little cluster here I'm going to add to the top here, maybe like that. See if my hot glue gun is working here. So I'm going to see as much as I can get done today. With you know, things in pockets, and see what we can do. So that's cute. I like that. And then here we have this diagonal pocket, and what I put in here was a just a folded piece of scrapbook paper, just because it's white here, and it just takes away some of that white, and it's you know, a big area for writing. And then I have this little scrappy thing, like booklet we're gonna make. And we had some, if you had the Farmhouse kit, you had some wallpaper. Just use whatever you have. If you didn't buy a kit, it's 4 by 8, and we'll just make that a minute. So this is the base, and then just have a few other little papers here. I'm going to add, I had included this notebook paper. I'm going to include this piece here. I'm going to round the edges because it's a little square edge there. I guess it doesn't really matter if it's going to be in here. But so I'm going to add that. And then I found this vintage lined paper. That might be kind of fun. I'm going to cut that down a little bit here. Just add that. And what else? And then I have some vintage cookbook page. And I think I'll just cut this, and then I'm going to add that to it. A piece of that. I think I'll have to cut it shorter. I'm going to cut it. Yeah, I'm going to cut it right there. So I have this, and then some of this pretty coffee dyed pattern type paper. I think I'll just cut a little piece of that, and then I'm going to sew across. So I've got this piece, this here, the recipe. Actually, that's just cute like that. I think I'm just going to, I think that's enough right there. I'm just going to sew across the top here. All right, I just sewed across the top, and I think I'm just going to add this little flower up here. Just like how it looks, because there's blue on this page and a little blue in here. And then we can just tuck that in. That's really cute. Okay, and then let's go on. See what our next pocket is. Right here, I had added a vintage paper. And I had some of these papers in the kit. They're from the 40s, I believe. And I'm thinking maybe this page here, I could cut it out. Or could I add the whole page? You know what? I could probably just, for interest, add this whole page, which would be like that. So I'm going to cut that 6 by 9 or whatever your page is, and I'll return. Okay, I just put glue stick on there. And something may get cut off, but this is going to be a little tricky. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got here. Got Aunt Sue's French dry cleaner. Costs a little, does so much. And a little bit of this White King quick dissolving soap. And I may just have to trim up a little bit. It's just a little wavy here. I just find that happens when you use glue stick. But that's fine. I mean, you want it to look kind of vintage or old, and I'm going to have to either add trim or cut that off. Okay, so if we continue on, here's an envelope, and I think I'm going to come back to that. Here, I'm going to add another like little vintage something to the side here, to the edge. A little vintage piece. And I could even add like this black bottom pie recipe. I kind of like this though. I think I'm just going to add that 40s hairstyle here, and I may just cover this with a stencil. All right, I did a little stenciling here, and now I'm going to glue on this 1940s hairstyle magazine ad. And the stencil that I used was this here. It was from Tuesday Morning a while back. It's a Dilutions 5x8 Ranger Triangle Small is the name of it. So I think that's kind of cute there. And I'm going to come back yet again to continue some more final embellishing. This is an envelope, and I believe I'm going to just tear off this flap that was on this side, like that. Just going to tear that off. And then here I just put in, I had a red playing card, and I just added Rick Rack. And I think I'm going to add this trivia card there. Then I'm going to cover this with, I'm not sure yet, part of a magazine would be cute. Like, that's cute with this chicken noodle soup. I don't know if I can get that on there too, but let me figure this out. I've decided to use this and fold it around. So I just took it, folded it. You know what? I think I'm going to bring it out a little farther so the fold is here. So I'm going to just cut that down to, cut it down to whatever your envelope is. Well, this one's 4 3/4. All right, I just glued this recipe on here and I decided to just trim it. It's using this chicken noodle soup and Heinz ketchup, and there's some ketchup here. And then here I found this leftover, I cut it to size scrapbook paper. It had spoons on it, and you have a spoon when you have your soup. So I'm gonna just glue this down here, and then I'll fussy cut the little soup can and put it on there. Right, I fussy cut that out, and I put this little scrapbook paper on here, glued it, and then there's also a tuck here, so whoever buys it eventually, there is a tuck here, and then there's a pocket here with the envelope. So let's just put that there by the spoon. Yeah, about a couple 1940s magazines, because I love the ads, and I wish I could find them cheaper, but they're like $5 each. So yeah, I like the 40s and the 50s magazines ads. They're so fun. So that's cute. I think on the other one I put like an ad here, but I'm not going to do that on this one. And we have this here, and then we're moving along here, and I'm going to do a fabric flip. And I had one that I had already made. I just took like 3 different fabrics and a little some fibers, and I'm going to put that on here, and if I wanted to, I could put a bigger piece. Actually, you know what? I do have this that my friend Marcy from Creators Call Shop made. I think that looks pretty good here with a check, and you can kind of see the check here. So thank you, Marcy. Check out her shop. Creators Call Shop. And that is perfect here. She had sent a few things. Yeah, that looks great. Oh, that's pretty. I might use this someplace else. Very cool. All right, and then here we had made this pocket, and I just added one of the sunflower cards here, the vintage ones. And then what we're going to do here is make a card. And if you got my kit, you had a scan of a collage that I did. So we'll just cut this, or cut whatever paper you're going to work with, cardstock 4.5 for your own collage. 4.5 by, let's say 8. So I'm going to cut that 4.5 by 8. I cut this, and then I will do some wonky stitching around here, ink it, and then here's some of the vintage bedspread that I have that I made. Sew that around there, and then I think I'll put a little applique, or I have part of a curtain here. I could add a little piece of that here, or across this way. I think I'm going to cut it like this. I think the 2 flowers just around, and then I'll fold that over. Oops, sorry for slamming that down. And then let's see here. Yeah, I think I'll just add that on. So I'm going to sew this around. All right, I did some wonky stitching there, sewed on this vintage bed sheet, just added this lace here and a little applique. Now on this one I did add a couple cutouts of jars and eggs and things. I may do that later. I'm not sure, but you can add more elements. So, you know, when you make a base like that, you just can continue on and, you know, cut up little bits and pieces and add that too. So we have that done. Now I'll go back into this pocket, and then we are going to work on this here. I thought I had a pillowcase with this ruffle, and I'm going to add it here. I think that's kind of cute here. Just going to hot glue it on. And I just roughly tore it from the pillowcase. And then that will give the bottom here a little ruffle. And we'll be adding more things to the bottom too. But I like that. May have to trim right here on the edge. We could do that in a minute, so it'll fold a little better. Because you want this to fold here. So that's cute. And then on our wallpaper pocket, we'll be coming back and adding trim ruffle here. And I just added a vintage Betty Crocker recipe card. And then here is a little paper cardstock I folded in half, and you can add paper, just sew some papers in there. So we will be coming back again, of course, to do some more. And then I'll add my little spatula here later. I do have a little, one of these, I think it's Tim Holtz little milk jar, milk caps. And you can just glue that on. And then in here, what was I going to do? Oh, I took some black cardstock, and I'm going to cut a couple cards, probably about 6 by 4 by 6. So I'm going to cut 2 4 by 6 here for bases. Okay, I've got 2 of these 4 by 6, and I'm going to back them. I'll be putting them in here, but I thought I'd add maybe some more vintage pages. If I can find what I want, I'm not sure. Here's Underwood Double Ham, an A1 sauce. Oops, sorry. Soup. And then I did have one recipe, some handwritten recipe that came out of cookbook. So I'm going to just add that in there. These are cute too. They're Pure Pack Home Delivered Milkman. Must be the packaging here. Those are awful cute. So I'm going to figure that out. Okay, how I decided to use the back of this, and it was this from that 40s magazine, this Hershey's Butterscotch, because I thought it went well with the color of the page here. And how I did it, I just started cutting the paper down approximately, and now I have it here, and I can kind of see I still want to cut it down a little bit more. And usually, like if it's 4, I'll cut it down to 3.5, but I might just do a scant, like maybe, yeah, I might do 3.5. So I'm going to cut it down a little bit more. Just to give you an idea of how you cut that down. So then now that looks really cool there. And then I have a few more things. I would like to add this to the back, this butterscotch crunchies. Ooh, that looks so good. So I'm going to glue that on and then add the recipe onto the back. Alrighty. I put the Nestle's butterscotch little 40s add right there, and then here is the butterscotch crunchies. So that will go in here. And then maybe I'll add this. I guess I can go either one actually. And then I added the tomato soup rancho style. I cut as much as I could to fit, and now I'm going to add the this little trim here. Actually, yeah, this has to go on this side. And I'm going to glue the bottom of this so it fits better. Just the bottom of this. Here. So things don't fall out. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that or not, but I'm going to do that. So that goes in there. And then here, and then you want it on this side because this would not, wouldn't be able to go in with the lace here. So I'll just add that here, and I think it'll look great. Okay, let's add our cute little cards here. And I could add that little recipe there, unless it's too bulky. Should be fine. Then here we had added this belly band, and the tag I'm going to do here, it is measures, I think 4x6, a 4x6 that you think will be nice right there. And then I'm going to, let's see, I think, what was I going to do? Oh, I had this little piece of digital paper left over. I think I'm going to add that here once I trim this edge, trim this here. And then I'm going to be stitching around. I'm going to be cutting the corners here. Like, you know, just, this is my angle, but you can just angle it yourself. Okay, here's the large angle. It's not much of an angle, but just a little bit. Then I think I'm going to trim this off, and let's see what I come up with. Okay, so I'm going to glue this on here. I'm going to stitch around it. And I'm going to add a few more things. In the pack you had like a stamp. I'll show you. I just brought in some colors that went with this belly band. And in here you had some stamps. There's a pretty little stamp here actually with the pink. Use that. Let's see. So we got that. And then I'm going to maybe add some lace across the top. And maybe this. I think I will do that. And then what else? Here's some Chanel. That's kind of fun. Or this is just pattern tissue. I think I'm just going to add that here. I just crumple it up. To this. Add our stamp. It's pretty. Got different trims too. That's really pretty. And then maybe this would be the tab. I think I like that. So I'm going to just sew all around this. Back again. I decided not to sew around. I just, glued this down. Oops, I got hot glue on me. Then I put these little fun appliques here. And then here's the, I could tear this off too. The little stamp, which I put on upside down. Oh well, it's upside down. And then I just took this little Chanel piece. I sewed it a little bit and then hot glued it. It kind of looks like a little bow. And then I possibly might add this. And I think I'm going to get cut off. Yeah, I think I like that little pink, which brings that out. So I'm just going to hot glue this on here. Oops, which way does it go? This way. Oops, so there we go. Very cute. And then right here, I'm going to add this little piece just to give it fun interest. I'm going to cut it, and then I'm going to just zigzag around here. And then I'm going to take this kind of a coffee dyed paper, ruffle it up a little bit, or fold it up. And then I'm going to tear it about here. Then I'm going to add it here, and then I'll add a button. So I'll do that in a minute. Okay, this will probably be it for today. I just zigzagged. I'm going to glue that, and then I'll put the little tag in here. And we'll glue that, and that will be it for filling up the pockets, I believe. Well, actually, I can just show you what we have here. We did this, and I just put a little postcard there. Looks like a farmhouse. So let me see if we can get any farther with anything. Yeah, we can. Okay, next time we're going to work on this page right here. All right, see you next time. Bye.